Hi guys, and welcome back to another video. So today I thought I would show you guys a very tiny Japanese art supply haul and do the 4-color challenge, since I don't do a lot of challenges, like challenge videos on this channel. So the first supply I'm probably going to show you guys is that I got this multi-click pen, but it also comes with a mechanical pencil option, I guess. Which I thought it was really cool, so I picked that up. And yeah, it has this really cute kind of mint barrel, and it just has like red, black, blue, and I think green. And then it has the mechanical pencil. And then the next supply that I'm going to show you is this dual tip pen. So it has gray on one side, black on the other. And I think I picked both of these up at Daiso, so that's kind of like a, not exactly like a dollar store, but it's like a cheaper store that has like some furniture item, like ish stuff, like home stuff, some stationery stuff, just a whole bunch of stuff, but like really cheap items. And then next thing is like, these are the things that I'm going to be using more closely in today's video. So first is this brush. Now I don't have the brush with me on hand, so I'll leave the name of the brush on top of the video. It's a number 6, and it's gonna be a brush that I really wanted to try this brush out, but it was fairly expensive. And then next I bought is 4 watercolors. So these are from the Holbein brand, so this would accompany with my other watercolors that I usually use, because I mostly use Holbein. And at the time of filming this, I actually didn't remember what colors I bought, except for the Ultramarine Deep and the Mineral Violet. Mineral Violet is a refill for me, so I use Mineral Violet quite a bit. I use it to mostly mix my grays and my blacks, as well as to deepen skin tones or like neutralize some browns. And then Ultramarine Deep was a color that I really wanted, like from the get-go. I usually use ultramarine to basically mix my blacks and my grays, but the ultramarines I've been using from other brands were just not intense enough, I guess, to get that color that I wanted. So that's what Mineral Violet was like substituting for, but then Mineral Violet became such a staple in my palette that I decided to pick up more Mineral Violet just in case this ultramarine also doesn't function the way I would like it to. So far, I'm really liking the Ultramarine Deep. I haven't used it in a piece aside from this, so we'll have to see in the future. Right now, I'm doing a few swatches with all the colors, and then moving on to sketching in my sketchbook. So here I'm going to be doing a quick sketch of an idea I had, I think on the plane. I'll put up some reference photos of stuff from the 17 Cafe, because this is where the food that you're gonna see me draw and the drink came from. I'll talk a bit more about that when we start painting, but the other 2 colors I picked, I actually didn't remember choosing, I guess. Let's see, the 2 colors one was lilac and the other one I think is brilliant pink. So the reason I didn't have any recollection of picking these colors was because those 2 colors were also in kind of like a pool of different colors that I wanted to try. There was a few blues, I think there's like a mint green, a shell pink, opera rose maybe, and a few more like bluish purple tones. I think there's a lavender as well that like I kind of wanted to try. Now those colors are the colors that like I would have like a hard time mixing, so that's why I only bought 4 colors, because I can mix a lot of the colors that already come pre-packaged in a tube, so I don't feel the need to have to go buy them. So yeah, this 4-color challenge isn't exactly like maybe how other people do the 4-color challenge. I know some people do it like completely blind. I know some people already do the illustration and then they randomly pick their colors and are forced to use those colors for that illustration. So how I'm doing it is kind of like half blind for the color choosing, because I actually wasn't planning on doing this video until I got on the plane to get home. And then I drew the picture after I saw the color selection. So actually the color selection didn't influence too much of what I wanted to draw, I guess. I just knew I wanted to draw something from my Japan trip, so I thought, why not do kind of like a dessert, because I could probably get a full range of colors. So here you saw me, I just did my sketch off screen using the red palette color Eno. I took a kneaded eraser to lighten up the sketch, and then I went over the sketch with a normal HB mechanical pencil, or in this case the mechanical pencil that I picked up from Daiso. So right now I'm actually using that new brush. Now the thing with this new brush is that it's a little too soft for my liking. So like once it squishes down, it kind of retains its shape of like what it originally was, but it's also very like, it will stay kind of in the shape of like if you press down, it will still have like that curve or whatever. So for me, it's a little bit too soft for what I like to do, because I'm a very lazy person. I think you'll see me switch it to a new brush. Actually, yeah, I just switched to a new brush right here. And this brush is the brush that I usually use for a lot of my illustrations that you see that I record for, even for like YouTube. So this brush is mostly, I think it's supposed to be a script brush, and it's the size, I believe size 8, and it's a round. It has fairly long bristles, and this brush I can get like fairly large-ish washes. It doesn't retain as much water as the brush that I bought from Japan, because that one's like very mop-like. And then this brush, I can also do my thin lines because it holds its shape really well and it has a nice point. The point on the other brush that I bought from Japan actually has like a sharper point, but because it's so soft, I'm not able to use it for line art in a way that is comfortable for me. I'm pretty sure there's probably people out there who can do it very efficiently. I'm just not used to it, so I'm gonna have to play around with it quite a bit. So I hope you guys don't mind that I did switch out brushes. So here you can see that I've drawn Wonu placing, I guess they're mint leaves, on top of this weird, I guess to you guys it probably looks like a ice cream thing on a pastry or something with a drink. So actually I went to the 17 Cafe in Shibuya in Tokyo. So the 17 Cafe has a bunch of different menu items depending on the member, I guess that the member menu item you pick, I guess. So I picked Wonu's drink and I picked Wonu's meal, and Wonu's meal, or I guess like the hip hop unit meal set, was pancakes. So specifically I chose Wonu's, and this is the one I'm drawing. His was a mint chocolate pancake. So yeah, it has a dollop of ice cream on top, and then below the ice cream is this mint, I don't know what it is. It's like some fluffy, not icing per se, kind of like a cream, I guess, like a fluffy cream on top of a really tall pancake. And if you guys know Japanese pancakes, they're usually really tall, but these ones are probably made with a ring mold, so they don't have like that organic shape. But it had Oreo pieces in it, and then I had little chocolate, like broken chocolate bits, or like chocolate shards, I guess, sprinkled on top. It had 2 mint leaves, I believe. One where like Wonu is placing it, and then there's like one on the dish. And then this whole thing was like on a plate placed in a box. But in my illustration, as you can see, I decided to level it up, which I kind of regret. It looks very awkward. And then in the back is not the Wonu drink actually. So the Wonu drink is I'll have to re-look at the drink itself. I believe it's a pineapple drink. And it was a little bit too light for what I wanted, so I decided to pull a picture from what my brother got. So the people who attended the 17 Cafe with me was my 2 closest friends and my older brother. And props to my older brother because he was the only male there. Because literally every person who was at the 17 Cafe were female except for one male worker. So props to him. My brother got didnt's meal, which is like a seafood pasta and a small cute salad. And then my brother got bonbongi's drink, which is like a blueberry... I'm not sure what it had in its contents besides blueberries, and that it was very blue. But I thought it looked like a really cute drink, and the blueberries were dark enough that I could use it in my illustration to kind of balance it out. So I decided to use that instead of Wanu's drink. I'm not entirely happy with how this illustration came out. So the reason being is because I kind of wish I isolated some areas of just pure color. There's a few areas of pure color for I think each of the colors, but they don't stand out enough. For the most part, I've mixed in mineral violet to every color that I used. So where the blueberries are was where, or let's see, the blueberries and the apron that Wanu is wearing have the pure ultramarine blue, and then mineral violet, I don't think I have any pure color actually. Mineral violet I mostly mixed with ultramarine so I could get a nice dark rich purple. And then I think for the leaves in the drink I used the brilliant pink on its own. I used brilliant pink on its own in the start when I was doing the little cream part and the ice cream, but then I quickly added lilac on top of it along with mineral violet, so I lost a bit of that color. And then I believe for the plate itself, like where the pancake hits the plate on the left side, I use mostly lilac, and then I believe I also kind of just diluted the color by putting like mineral violet or ultramarine, like a light wash to make it a bit darker. So everything looks kind of more or less cohesive, but I do wish that I kind of isolated a few areas for like that kind of pop of bright color, especially for the lilac and the brilliant pink. But I'm not mad at this illustration. I think it still turned out pretty cute. I do apologize that this video is very inconsistent with lighting. I was filming at night with one strong LED light, and I guess that light was having issues being picked up on camera. So I do apologize for that, and I hope it doesn't disturb the viewing experience of this video too much. I would like to do more color challenges in the future, but I feel like I would like to do ones that are just minimal palettes rather than the random like 3 color challenge or random 4 color challenge. Or I would like to do maybe a 1 color, like a monochromatic study or something, maybe of one of my pictures that I took in Japan. We'll see, maybe I'll do that in the future. But I hope you guys are enjoying the video as it's kind of coming to an end. I'm just putting in, I think, the last few details of where Wanu's name tag is. And yeah. I'll talk to you guys next week for probably Wanu's birthday or a sketchbook doodles video. But thank you very much for watching, and I'll talk to you guys next week. Bye!